Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear. Dude, we're going. Let's do it. Do the thing. Come on, man.
All right, sorry.
Whip it out. Show it to me. Let's go.
All right, sweet. So, I'm a young guy. I've been around martial arts all my life, right? My dad runs a class out of a studio. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt. As of recently, some of our guys are coming back a little bit, slowly. And I can feel myself as we start to grapple and roll again. I'm getting better, and I feel like I deserve to be ranked a little bit better than the place I am.
But did you feel how difficult it was for you to use that word? When you said deserve, did you feel yourself pause before you said it?
It's not the right word.
Yeah, it's because there isn't really a right word for what you think, because you know that anyway. Go ahead, continue.
I sound conceited when I say it.
Right, it sounds wrong. It doesn't land right. I just wanted to know if you felt it, because all of us heard it.
I don't want to.
But go ahead. I'm with you. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I am judging you. Yeah, well, go ahead.
I know, of course. There's guys I'm beating now that I wasn't beating before.
Yep, I'm with you.
And I just want to know if you've ever seen a case like mine where a guy is not being promoted, or like, because my dad's the instructor, if he's like, trying to push me a little bit harder than other people, and it's just getting to me a little bit.
I can relate to you thoroughly, because I'm like a 9-year white belt. All right. I'm a 9-year white belt. So do you know what happens when I go to, and I never go to jiu-jitsu class. I go like once or twice a month when I'm going, and I haven't been in months, you know what I mean?
That would be why. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't get promoted, but I've been a white belt for 9 years. All right. So there might be a part of me that thinks I deserve a blue belt. I deserve a blue belt. First of all, we don't deserve shit. Nobody deserves a fucking thing. You get what you get, and don't throw a fit. That's what my 7-year-old would tell you. If you asked my 7-year-old for advice, she'd say, you get what you get, don't throw a fit. And I'd be like, damn, babe. You got it. That's true.
That's fair. That's only fair.
Yeah, like basically she's saying, this is how it is. Shut the fuck up.
Of course.
I smash all the white belts. I hang with the blue belts for 2 or 3 rolls, and then I'm out of gas because I'm deconditioned and I'm not in shape. You know what I mean? And then I just pick on little white belts for the rest of the time I'm there. All right. I can't touch a 4-stripe blue belt. I can't touch a purple belt. All right. I can defend, I can not get tapped for a roll, but I'm basically just getting curled up in a ball and dribbled like a basketball. So I can actually relate kind of very strongly to your position, where I feel like the belt that I'm wearing does not match people's perception of my skill level. Like I don't think that belt matches what I would think that people should judge my skill level based on. But guess what? I don't fucking go to class, so I don't expect my instructor to give me a belt. You know what I mean? And there's some other things that go into it, being that I don't train there full time. You know what I mean? I'm not part of that team. I'm not there full time. I have my own place that we do something different. I get all that. I don't hold any of that against anybody. I don't think, why the fuck you didn't give me? He gave that guy a belt, and I tapped that guy out 17 times last week, right? Have a whole other thing that I also do understand, because I have coached my son in both soccer and kickboxing, right? And I am harder and tougher and meaner and less understanding on him by a factor of 10 compared to any other kid that I train. That's just how it works when you're the coach's son. He can't give you stripes, dude. He can't give you stripes. It has to be so unquestionable for him to put a stripe on your belt, or for him to give you a new belt. Like, it's your dad. He has to do that. If he doesn't do that, first of all, he has to do that because he's your dad. But if he doesn't do that, it shouldn't, but it would affect the health of your program in your school. Like, other people would think it's nepotism, or, he's the coach's son. Fuck that guy. Now, why it's a little different in jiu-jitsu is because, like, dude, you can't say that if I'm tapping you out all the time. My belt
Yeah, of course.
should be higher than yours, but that's just not the whole picture. So I can relate to you. I can understand your dad. All we have to do is manage our expectations so that you don't feel a certain way, but like you feel like, man, I deserve. Damn, that word doesn't sound right. What is the word I want to use? The word you want to use is deserve, but when you say it, you're like, well, fuck, I don't deserve shit. All you deserve, you put a dude in the armbar, you properly execute the armbar, the only thing you deserve is for him to tap that time, that day. You know what I mean? You know how good you are. And when you fight or you compete or you have to use your art in self-defense, it won't matter. I know there's people here that think I suck at jiu-jitsu. Like people that I train jiu-jitsu with, like, he fucking sucks. How does he even teach self-defense and he sucks at jiu-jitsu? It's like, dude, because if a motherfucker tried me at the gas station, I would probably fuck him up, and I can teach you to do it too. You know what I mean? So I don't need a purple belt or a brown belt to do that. If I had a purple belt or a brown belt, that'd be great. I don't need that to do this thing that I'm doing. So you run your race. Stop. You're an adult. Don't compare yourself to other people, right?
Mike, I completely and thoroughly understand, but I do run into some roadblocks. The first thing for me, this is all anecdotal, but my dad has never said anything like that he has to. I do know that it's true.
He might not even consciously know it. That's not a thing that he might ever even thought out loud to say to you, like, hey, I got to be harder on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But and I do know how good I am. I can see it by me going against people of various ranks.
It's undeniable. Like if people are tapping out, like if you're keeping score in your brain, which that's a whole other thing. It's undeniable. You know where you are in the pecking order.
I do. That's not my issue, though. My issue is that I don't know where I fall in how much I know, because my father is the black belt, right? And so he knows where I am in my progression from 0 to 100.
He's taught you everything you know, but he hasn't taught you everything he knows, that sort of thing.
Exactly. And so the belts, for me, personally, like how I look at this stuff, is not, I don't want to compare myself to other people. I just want to know, like, what my grade is, how well I'm doing.
Do you compete?
Because sometimes, I not right now, not in jiu-jitsu.
Well, you're not. No one is now, but were you competing?
Well, no, I was not. I was a lifelong soccer player, and so that was taking on all my time.
So you want to know how good you are, dude? There you go.
Yeah.
You know what's tough about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, man? If you have in your mind, you have a lot of value attached to the belt, right? The belts and stripes and stuff come in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's so subjective how you get them. And if you've attached value to it in your mind, and now the standards by which you get it is subjective, and it's quadruple subjective because your teacher is your dad, right? Like,
yeah.
So what would be great is so we have two choices. I got two choices. Solution A, we completely revamp the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu system and curriculum for the entire planet. Also, we do some counseling with you and your dad. We get him to institute a strict curriculum based on how many classes you've been to and where you're at and what moves you know and how long you've been there and how well you've done in competition, and have a point system. And when you meet a certain number of points, you get the certain stripes or you get the certain belts. And we completely change the way Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ranking is done. And we completely change the way that fathers and sons relate to each other. And we completely change the dynamic of fathers coaching their sons. Or option B, we figure out how to detach the value from the belt or from the stripe inside you. So those are the only two choices that I can think of. Comment in the chat if you can think of anything else, because all I can think of is we completely change the entire planet, or you get over it, which is shitty advice. I know you call like, hey, Mima Michael have perspective.
It's not.
But that's really the two choices. You know where you're at. You know where you're at in the school. You know where you're at with your pupils. You know where you're at with your dad, because you guys, he's probably been kicking your ass your whole life, you know?
Of course.
So if you're really, really, really salty about it, you need to go compete. You basically have to go compete. You have to go compete. There's really no real, because you value, because in your mind you're like, I feel pretty good, but I want to know.